thought of a lot of you doing. Doing some things that are good. And I hope some of the stuff we're doing will just work right on in with what you're already doing. Okay? Now, first of all, once you meet this young man over here, probably one of the best friends I ever had. He was a soldier when I was in the Army. He was in the Army. He was a lieutenant, which wasn't fair. I was a private. Yeah, that's not fair. But anyway, we trained for the Olympics together. Both of us major teams. And I'm sure that I'm sitting here right now, I'm not doing Olympic champion. It has not been for him. Because we had the work ethics that it took. Sometimes when you're not feeling good, you don't do what you should do. And you have somebody around that's pushing you like you're lucky. So that's kind of how it was. When I didn't feel good, he pushed me. When he didn't feel good, I pushed him. He should have been Olympic champion. He's the best man there. There was a world champion coming back from Russia. And busted up a couple of ribs doing it. Tried to wrestle the next time he gets hurt. The third ring was hurt. And didn't work out too good. So still being first and fourth. I told him, I said, you can cut my medal in half and give him half of it because he should have earned it. And I called him and asked him to come down here and help me a little bit if he could. He comes in this morning, thought I'd get here this afternoon, he came in this morning. Anything he wants to teach and show, he does, he will. He's going to just try to fit in what I'm doing and just keep it going. Okay? So we believe the same way about wrestling. This is fancy stuff, it's just what works. This is what you're going to have to learn sooner or later. Or what you should learn sooner or later before you're going to go on another step. Okay? Because wrestling is very basic and works. That's all that matters. I don't like fancy wrestling. I'm not sure what to mean by fancy wrestling. We just talked about coaching when we went in to help him. High school coach and told me, boy, right off the bat, he said, now, you guys probably can't work anything he does because it's too advanced. Well, I've never understood what people mean by advanced wrestling. Only to him, that was taught to him. How can you do that? Can I make a whole advanced because he's more advanced than he is, so I'm going to teach it to him this way and to him this way? I don't know how to do that. I've never figured out how to do that. I used to get a lot of phone calls. People would say, Blue Balls, you going to teach any advanced wrestling this year? You're just going to teach us basic. And I was a little bit of a smart ass. I know I shouldn't do it. But I said, I really don't know what you mean. I guess you're going to have to go to Iowa because I don't know any advanced wrestling. And, well, they go to Iowa. I guess you got advanced wrestling. I'm not sure. I've got to find out what all they mean. But we run into that all the time, don't we? So if you got questions, bleeding, how many nationals did you go to?
I've been in 14, I've placed in 12.
So,
First and fourth.
okay. So does he know anything? Yeah. You can learn what you can. Learn everything you can from anybody that's been successful because there's a reason. All right, let's get back to a front headlock. Okay? Now, we've got a lot of things to go over. We don't have as much time as we need to do it, so we're not going to get over it like I'd like to, because in a sense it's just showing you that you don't have a chance to learn. Let's work on that front headlock some more and add a few more things to it. We've gotten it in a couple of ways. We're going to keep working on those two ways, plus we're going to get a couple more ways of getting it from a starting position. Two-handed tie is probably one of the simplest. And shooting for St. David is probably one of the most people, the guys shooting for you. But I don't want you to think it's a defensive hold, it's an offensive hold. But make sure that you know when you leave here how to control it, unlock it. Don't lock it. You lock it up later on. I'll show you before we leave here how to lock it, but that's not necessary. You learn it, unlock it. Because if the biggest problem with a front headlock is a sucker drag. The sucker drag only works on the lock front headlock. Okay? So you learn to unlock because you prevent being sucker drag. Don't you understand? So somebody wonders why you don't lock it. You can show it. People get sucker drag every time they lock it off, lock it up. Come here, Travis. I usually will work together too, but just get anything in here you can, get it done, we get it. All right, now again, just so you be ready again. Look me down on your hands and knees, shoulder to shoulder. Because the important thing is, that I put my shoulder in a spot about 2-inch circle here. I don't want to be going up with your joint. So that when I pull up with your elbow, put it down on your head, it puts a hell of a strain on you on your shoulder. So you don't really feel like fighting. Okay? So make sure that you guys practice it. So all of a sudden you'll be over here like this. Is one of why you don't have any pressure on the guy's shoulder. It's all where your shoulder is. Remember the arm goes around your head? Doesn't grab your chin. I know that everybody wants to grab your chin. But there's a special reason we're not grabbing it anyway. Most referees today, when you grab a chin, they really get excited. Don't they? You guys want to do that? Yeah. Twisting the head. Right. So, why antagonize them? Then they don't start. Because they think they're more interested when you grab the chin than you are when you don't pin the guy. So if you don't have to grab the chin doesn't do you good in the back. Grabbing the chin is a bad thing. Because here's what happens. If I grab the chin, where did I put my elbow? Put my elbow high, which means he can come under it and come into it pretty easy. If I put the back of my fist on his titty and I push it down on his head, then how can he come over? So, see, grabbing the chin is thinking if you grab the chin, your elbow looks high. And a high elbow on a front headlock is not a good thing. So just put that fist under there, push his head down, grab him at the elbow, put his elbow up. Now, there's no dragging here at all. He's not going to be able to me. There's just not much he can do to me. Now, I want to show you one of the simplest things you can ever do with a front headlock. And believe me when I tell you have to feel this. If I push into Travis, and he pushes back, that's all I'm having. Okay, now if he doesn't push back, then I'm going to need to try to stick him out over his feet. But if he pushes back, and this time as a partner, you push back, but you won't be a good partner, because I can't teach it to you if you don't do what I want this man to do. Because I know he's going to do this. But if I push into you, most guys are going to resist it. So I'm here, I push into it, and he resists it. I just turn him loose and go around. What happens when I turn loose? He can't change his direction until his head's hit. And by that time, I'm already behind him. So there's nothing to it, really, except that I push it into him. Go behind him. Doesn't look like much, but it works. That's not something you're about to do every match at a time against a man. But if he does what I'm telling you he'll do, if he will push back, it's tremendous. Because he has to put his hands down before he can change, and I'm buying what it does. Understand? How much technique is it to it? The only real technique is having the front headlock right, so you can make him have to push back because he's not going to want you to shove him over. Okay? Travis, get your part to say what you see. Okay. Go up on the elbow, push into now. Try to get his arm underneath you. There you go. Get him at the elbow. And Father, make way put your arm under yourself. You probably wouldn't have your arm out there like that anyway. Where would you put your arm? Would you let it go in front of you or? Well, the other one. Yeah. Don't let that come he pushes back, turn him loose, he goes. Okay? Now don't try to drag him, don't try to do this. Just turn him loose. Turn him loose, he goes. Good again. Okay, push into him, get up on your toes, and when you turn him loose, you take off. The other man did it. Don't finish around the waist. If he's still on his hands and knees, don't finish around the waist. Push into him, he pushes back. Okay? I know it doesn't look like much, but that's kind of all I like. As few things you have to do as possible to make a whole word, the better it is. In fact, I've used this as an example many times. If you're on a football team and you need a guard real bad, and it's the last chance you're going to have, what do you probably use? What do you probably do? Quarterback sneak? Why? How many people involved? 2 or 3, isn't there? 2 or 3. I never got to play football, but it's not more than 3. It's 2 or 3, isn't it? Quarterback sneak? Quarterback, center, and guard or tackle. What's on the opposite side? What's next to the center? Guard. A guard, a center, and a quarterback. Pretty good chance it'll work because 3 guys can make their assignment. How many times are 11 people out there going to make their assignment? Ever? Very few times do 11 men all get their assignment without somebody stumbling, falling down, and getting knocked on his back. Well, it's the same thing with wrestling. The less you have to make the whole work, the better off you're going to be. The more things that have to be done to make that whole work, the less chance something's going to work. So keep it simple, keep it easy, and keep it basic. Get your part, let's go.
Right in here, but yeah.
Push back.
Push in.
Push.
Gotta feel him pushing. As soon as he pushes, then you gotta keep.
Don't push your legs. If you're still on your hands and knees, but you're still putting on your hands and knees. Nice.
Nothing hard about that. But it's try to push around between the cross. Try to push around the cross and then around the waist. Around the cross, not the waist.
Doesn't work as good. No good pressure.
Well, that's the wrong one, like chest. Back on that leg. Good.
You need to pull like that in the box. If you keep this on, while you move, lift that up, and you might need to go back, you lift that up, and get you. Pivot on it, just don't get this.
Push in into him a little bit more, say. Push it into him hard.
Pull your shoulder cantilever.
It looks like you're going towards it.
If you feel uncomfortable, you want to put that hand down, don't you? Okay.
Try to push around the way, or
Now, back again real quick. Now, let's just add on something here that might even help somebody. It's the same thing, but it isn't the same thing, okay? here's what I want this time. When you're down, you got this arm here. Put that knee and block it. You can do that. Now you've got a clear direction. You're clear to go. You've got everything blocked. Okay, so just while you're doing this, get your arm up here, block him with that knee, and then just go behind it. Keep the pressure back. Okay? Now you could block with the other knee, and then free leg over, but I'd rather do this for now. You just learn to block with the near leg. It's not as hard as you think. And once you block it, there's nothing between you and him stopping. Just it.
Add one little thing to it. And you do it exactly like that. Sometimes you do it so well, the guy falls. And watch what happens if, say Doug's really successful at this, and I fall.
Okay, I fall. Okay. Okay, if I drop right out,
And he doesn't have anything to pivot on, you can actually put your hand down, because my hands are so flat. You can put the palm of your hand down and push on.
you're in there, and I fall. And you right there, see where your hand is? And you can just bring it back out and push. And you come right around behind.
You push right off that
You
hand.
guys will, when you have nothing in front of you, a lot of them will go down. But don't depend on them going down.
No. But watch, you'll be off balance sometime. If he falls and you're in there too far, you got to get back up. And when you start to pivot, as soon as you pivot, just push off. It helps you get right around there.
Okay? So you two got that.
If you brought the leg against his arm, then you're not going to go down. But if they fall and you accidentally get too low, you got to get yourself up off the mat again.
Bring your knee, okay, now, bring your knee up and block that arm. This time you're literally going to bring your leg up and block the arm that you got a hold of. Put your leg up there.
That's it.
There you go. Feel it? Get on a minute.
I've seen people fall though.
Oh, yeah.
And if they fall, remember his hands are now stretched out. You can put your hand out. That's, he did it. His hand hit it. I heard it hit it.
Okay? Just a little additive that just makes you maybe feel a little more secure than just turning them at us.
Yeah.
Okay, get your partner, let's go.
Because you want to push him down. You want him to crush him. That's a beautiful move. That's a great move. Right down spin.
Mark, was this me?
I'll show you. I don't get it. You turn a defense into an offense just like that. Make the guy get down, put pressure on him so he can get help your knees down the knee in front. You're the one that needs that. You don't need you. You act you're so good. Move your leg up. And your right leg up. There you go. There's much better. Now when you go running, go for it. Pull that right leg there.
Okay, John.
Right there. That's it. When you come around, this way. See, when you come around like this, I know you all like to
He's pushing, like this. Usually throws that arm on there.
You go around behind me, right at the far end. Or the spot.
Okay, listen up. There we are. Listen up. There we are. Now, just so you don't forget, let's see you go for a couple of cradles from here. Got the pretty line. Take that one big long sneaky step. Then you come around for the heel, right? Loosen up on the head, your head's middle. Go for your cradles. Make this kind of review, but let's do it again while you're in this position. One more time, let me show you again. Here I am. I have the front headlock. I take that sneaky step. It doesn't feel it, but I cut my distance down from 180 to 90. Now, when I go for that heel, I loosen up on the head because my other one's pulling down the whole room. Now, here's my cradle. Don't grab the knee, grab the heel. Grab the knee, you're smart enough, you'll sit through yourself with your arm and not hold me with the elbow, with the elbow. Run the elbow right through your ribs, so don't grab that old knee. Grab the heel. While you're doing this, I want you to make sure you learn that. That's the probably the most important thing I want you to do down because you're going to pin a guy. If you don't pin him, you're going to scare the hell out of him. Okay? Let's go. Just a review real quick.
I won't put all the pressure. It hurts. Dude, I'm grabbing the knee. I know you're not supposed to grab the knee.
That's what
You're just shooting this again. Head in the sock, not over the top. Stop tickling, Johnson. I don't do it. I know.
Okay, back again. Well, this kind of funny. I want you to hear this. What did I tell you? If I'm going to teach you one goal, it would be the word I'm going to teach you. Why? Well, yeah, but why would I teach you? So many people come in with their head down, they shoot their head down, and you put their head down. Because of what? Bad standards. So if you're going to learn to beat people at what people do, then let's beat people at what they do the most. And first. And what do you think? And now you got to understand something. Don't let this happen to you guys. Seriously now. This is probably one of the best, if I had three friends in my life, this is one of them. And we didn't see each other for damn near 40 years. Don't let that happen, fellas. Don't, you got a friend, you stay close to that. Couldn't find each other.
Yep. He was busy. I was out on the West Coast.
What do you think his number one hold on his list is?
Not headline.
I have no idea.
And I wrote that up about, 12 years ago, and I hadn't seen you. We hadn't been together since, last time I saw you was 76. And I had a dislocated shoulder.
So do you understand what I'm saying? It's important that you realize that after you get away from the sport, you get out and start looking back at it, and then you really start learning the wrestling. You start simplifying things, and you start doing the things that work the most on the best, because that's what's going to happen the most. It's a thing in wrestling that just happens to you. It'd be much better if you could coach for a while, then go back and wrestle, because you learn things that you just really didn't know while you were being a wrestler. And it doesn't work that way. By the time you start coaching, you're really out of shape and can't get back in our sport. Our sport is a sport for young men. I wrestled last year in the Nationals, the Grand Nationals. I'm fine with it. I'm wrestling guys over 25. But I can't wrestle 25-year-olds anymore. My heart wants to, but my body says, hell no. It won't do it. My mind says, okay, move. My body says, where? It's too late. It's a young man's sport. By the time we really get to where we know what we're doing, then we're not able to compete that well anymore because we're too damn old. It's kind of sad. You know, golfing, see out there 50, 60 years old, you're still winning $1 million tournaments. And you just don't do that in wrestling. Now, one other thing is talk about you too. I said, I keep telling you guys to finish your moves. When you finish behind the guy, we're right there. In the crotch. You come up, well, you know, what? Tell what you just saw.
If you bring the guy down, do it all right, you can go right behind the guy. If you don't grab something behind, the angle for the cradle or the crotch, he can wing you down and step you over. Now I teach the same thing. I say, you throw your arm, you try to get the far angle. If you don't get it, and a lot of times you don't, on your way back, you hit the crotch. And if you have to stick the finger up in almost there, do it. That's what your hook is. So I have another move where you want to get something closer. In order to do it, you got to give it that rubber band hook. And that's what you do. You throw that arm as far as you can throw it. And if he's pressured you and starting that wing down, on the way back, you miss that leg or the near leg, you've got that crotch. And that's important. I never teach without the hook.
Don't give a man a position he's learning wrestling from. Where does he learn his wrestling? Arm around the waist. Where does he feel good? Arm around the waist. And I keep telling you this because it's so instinctive for you guys to finish around the waist. It's not good. It's bad. It's bad. Okay? Question? Okay, now, let's get back to something else. Let's learn to do our shot. We're running up. shuck and the cradle are the two important things to really learn, right? You're going to learn two things from the cradle. Learn to shuck, two things from the front side. Learn to cradle to the left, shuck to the right, vice versa. I'm better right-handed than I'm left-handed. I'm a right-handed wrestler. And anybody says he's better is good both ways. If you are as good both ways with everything you do, then you are an exception. Has there ever been anybody in Major League Baseball pitch equally as well with his right and his left? There is a pitcher right now that can pitch both ways, isn't there? Was there one guy somewhere I heard something about a guy who can pitch both left and right? But he was better one way than the other. We're all that way. I don't think anybody is good both ways than he is one way. I'm a right-handed wrestler. I teach you right-handed. And I'll tell you this. Learn, if you want to learn something left-handed and you're right-handed, learn right-handed here, take it home and learn left-handed. You don't have time to do both up here. So we don't have that kind of time. Hey guys, don't get too comfortable. I'm going to go to sleep. I can't see you. I can hear it start snoring, okay? So, you make sure you don't close up. Okay, now, I want you to learn to shuck. Now, a shuck is a rotation more than it is a shuck. I'm not going to move the man. Listen to me. Anytime in a move, you can move you, not the man. That's what you want to do. But you have more control over you than you do him. So when I do a shuck, it's not really a throw him by as much as it is throw me by. It's just like I said, showing you yesterday afternoon, I think it was. You have a single on. One of the best counters to a single leg there is a rotation. You catch him with the elbow, rotate into it, and go behind it. That's one of the simplest counters to a single leg there is. In fact, I'm convinced that it's so easy that nobody can do it because they don't trust it. They think you're lying to them. As long as I do it with a bent knee, the problem with this is that most guys want to straighten his leg out and then do it, and you can't do it here. You got to do it with a bent leg. Well, they think, well, it's bent, it's too tight, it's too close. That's what makes it work. When I go around here, it really puts a kick on your shoulder. Okay? Now, it's important to realize this, that you're going to do this rotation because this arm is the free arm, and I'm going to shuck you the other way. You understand what I'm saying? So I've got to rotate into this arm in case he does try to grab me with it. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. I had in front of him back here. I'm putting it in. Here is, you see what I did? And I did that without moving my feet because I wanted you to see the motion of your body. You see how I rolled by? There's kind of two steps to it. Moving my foot is after I get the shuck started. Don't move my foot first because I got to have my feet planted in order to do the shuck. Then as I shuck, after I get my shuck going, and I'm almost done with it, then I step. If I try to step too early, I can't do it. If I try to step too late, I can't do it. So in slow motion, if I'm here, and I'm pressing enter, here comes my shuck, here's the step. You understand? Now, you can shuck people right out of their job if you're just practicing. They just aren't ready for it. They're trying to hang on. I have a front headlock on here. He's probably trying to hang on to something. Yeah. You understand? Again, remember, if a guy is on a single, he's on a single, you got to hold your single leg. And you're in here with him, it gets blocked. The easiest thing you'll ever learn to do is that. Now, put that in your front headlock, and at the same time you're shucking, you're rotating. And right at the end of your rotation, you're going to take your step. And don't finish around the waist. Pitch it here, pitch it here, pitch it here, pitch it here. Question? okay?
That that was on my second line too. Did you read Chuck? I know you did. You don't have your glasses. You couldn't read it, but it's on there. Chuck's right with it. They go together.
Did you guys get that here a second? Okay, what are you doing? Let's see what you get. Okay, now you're going to shuck him towards me, you're going to move the other way. Push into him, now, shuck him, go. Good, so, good, it's for you. You get the idea, which way away. Just really, just like you're going to throw him by. Push into him, throw him by. That's the idea. You just got to control your body more. The other way. Tell you what, one thing you're probably going to spend a lot of time on running. Once you learn it, it just isn't that hard. There's another shuck you can do. I call it a running shuck. You get in front of him like a guy and you take off running with him. Well, he's got to keep up with you. If he doesn't, then you're going to get the near leg for a crater. So he keeps up with you, all you do is keep him going. Now that's probably easier for a guy to do. But once you learn to do this shuck, there's such low motion to it that you can do it real easy. It's probably one of the best things you can do on people. If you want to do a running shuck, even if I don't even show you, get on it again. Now, you take off running in a circle with your knees off the mat. You take off running in a circle. Make sure you know the other way. Bring it with you. Bring it with you. Okay, now hold it. But here's the stepping to it is very important.
They're taking too many steps.
Yeah, you're taking too long steps. If I want to do a running shuck, I'm here, I go like this. See if I start to track. Yeah, I just pitch the ball. When you pitch, say a softball or hard, don't you step with it? Okay, I have it hit. And the step, shut. Step, shut. Step, shut.
And he's usually behind you. He starts, you move first, he starts to move. And you move again, when he starts to move, now you just let him keep going.
Yeah, you know. But he doesn't know when you're going to stop, you do.
Yeah. That's the timing of that second step.
Right. So you learn to.
I noticed that in the Nationals this year. The guys that made that shuck work good was the ones that had that nice time. The second step.
Yeah.
If you try to rush it, if you don't make one step, or you just make one step and push it, it's too soon. You have to fight to get your arm down. Two steps.
Two steps, and the guy doesn't know that he has to follow you when he does that. You
Got the time.
to do that. Just get him down. No, I haven't done it. It's one of those things you should almost feel. Boom. Lay down. And now go half a circle this time and get your footing down as you go. All you pay attention now, because you're going to work on a shot. Step, step. There you go.
Get him moving.
Now,
It goes.
chopping steps. Okay? Try not to take too long a step, but that gets you out of it too. Do it again. Step. Okay, now other way. Now try going like almost half a circle. Shut. See where you shut when that foot comes forward. Now, most of you guys are going to make the same mistake. What is it? Take too long of steps. Take shorter steps so you're in a better position when you do go your home.
And don't keep up too high. You were up a little high. Keep that shoulder down in there as a brace. When you're up high, he can slip under you.
You two guys.
Keep pressure against it. Down low, a little bit lower.
Okay?
And give it a shot.
Same thing. And go to a running shot. You got to run here like running, you do a running shot. Choppy steps, throw it. There you go. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say throw every time you can throw. Don't do it the first or second time, but I want you to do it again. I want you guys to see the timing of this.
And don't just drop your hand behind.
Throw.
Get that ankle. Get that leg. You see, reach and pull that thing up. Either leg, it doesn't make any difference.
Just Just don't reach around the way. A lot of times you guys are going to go fast and it doesn't make too much difference. But don't make a bad habit, form a bad habit. Okay, you do it. That's not bad. Again, choppy steps. Not long, but choppy, so you keep a good position. Okay? Throw. There you
You
go.
see, you fell on your arm.
You feel it? Now, when I would practice this, I would make a guy and I would go in a half circle before I throw it. Why? I want to practice my footing. I want to practice my footwork. I want to get it timed down so that I can throw it better footwork. So I made you learn the hold better if I would go a half circle. Now when I'm in a match, no, the second step. Not the first one. Like Coach said, if the first one hasn't really given you enough control to keep him from coming back at the second one, he's already having to depend on keeping up with you. Boom, you got him. So the second or even the third. I don't want to go too long. I don't want to go 160 degrees. But in practice, go at least half a circle to practice your footwork. Okay, now let's do that again. Instead of throwing the second step, let's throw him on the fourth or fifth step. And then you can feel the motion. Pretty soon it just fits. You just feel it so well. Choppy steps, little shorter steps. Hang on to the headlock. Okay, here we go. Throw. You see what I'm saying? Throw when he throws? Other man.
You have to grab something. You're right there on his
Throw.
legs.
There you go. Okay? Now, fellas, finishing around the waist, or finishing in the crotch or on the ankle, you just don't understand. If I finish in the crotch, I'm not finishing there and be defensive. I've got pinning holes I'm going to do from there. Well, the best pinning holes I can ever teach anybody is you're in here, just like this. I'm here. I grab that far ankle and knock him over. Here is a cradle he can't do anything about it. And you have no idea the pressure I can put on his knee here. I put myself, that hurts like crazy. He doesn't want to fight me here. If I didn't want to do that, and I'm finishing here, I kick off there, stick into the inside leg first.
That's good.
You think he's not in trouble? So there's a reason to remind us to yell at you finish right away. So let's quit that. It's an old habit. Now, we can't coach the way some of our old coaches used to. My old coach walked around the room with a 10-foot whip. Roll. But I don't think he wasn't good with it, too. He popped your butt with that rope, and he knew if you had a good day, you didn't get popped. That was a good day. Nobody ever thought about that. Maybe he's too mean. We just thought it was one way, you had a good day or not. But if you reach around the waist, if you sit on your butt or back on your heels or something, he pops you. It worked. Sometimes I wish we could go back to it, but we just don't do those things anymore. They ride you out of town on the rail, and you take the rail out. So you couldn't get back. Okay? But if you shuck, your running shuck make it easier to see the start button. So let's work on it. When we get back to another shuck, maybe you can get back, we'll work on the rotation a little bit more, because it's really a rotation more than a throw back. Question? Get your partner, let's go.
You gotta have full line. You gotta keep it with you.
step, now, this is where we, your second step, you just put it in this one.
How we doing?
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
You didn't take that step here. You gotta go to that step. Watch the food. That's right. Now, it looks like you can get that, but you won't, they're kind of shut. Okay, back again.
Now, whether you like it or not, whether you want it to happen or not, a lot of times you're going to get an arm around the head, or front headlock. And that guy's going to reach up with both hands, grab you, and just hang on as tight as he can. When that happens, most guys will try to split the headlock out and try to get away from it. Don't do that. Go ahead and hang on to it. I want to show you something. First place is I can still shock you. Because all I got to do is get rid of that. Is when I shock you, is I turn my arm, and it turns your grip, it slides you off. You can't stop me from arm out. You cannot hold me tight up. I can't get my arm out. As long as I do that. Because when I do that, that turns your grip into nothing. And I pull my arm straight out. But if the guy hangs on when you shuck him, and he hangs on, fine. He's committed himself. He's hanging on to that arm with two hands. So his whole front balance is all dependent on his arm. So as soon as I shuck him, boom, he's hanging on with both hands. I bring the other hand right against his head, and I bring him back the other way. And when I do, if you don't grab that angle, it'll kick you on your face. I'm afraid to stare you in the face. So when he grabs my arm tight, I shuck him to get a reaction to hang on tighter. As soon as he hangs on tighter, I come right back the other way with both arms and go for the cradle. Take a look. Now, here's what's going to happen. I don't want my arm deep, but it's going to get there once in a while. So he reaches out and grabs it with both hands. Even though I did double, he grabs it with both hands. What I do is I shuck. He hangs on tighter there. Now, here comes the move. There's the cradle. Because he's hanging on to my arm tight. He's committed. And when I come right by, he's still committed. And that is what he's trying to take if you don't grab it. That's all it's done a whole done with cheap finger. I mean, you pop it. You smack it. Don't hit it. Open hand, smack his face up tight. Okay? So here we are. He's hanging on. I said, what I want you to do? See what he's doing? Travis, both arms, hold on arms. You're going to hit it up.
Yeah.
That's right. That's the biggest thing happening. Fine. I'm going to shuck him anyway. He's hanging on tighter than everybody. He doesn't want to get thrown loose. There's not much technique to it. It's just kind of to me, it's just spite. It's a position. And if I can get you to grab my arm with two arms, two hands, then you've committed the whole front part of your balance to me on what I do with this arm. If I throw this arm this way, you're going to hang on tighter. Now I've got you really committed, so when I smack you back, put it right up front. Question? Who wants to try one for me? Quiet. Okay, you got it front headlock, the bottom man reaches up and grabs it with two hands. Happens all the time. He shuts it, and that brings it right back, okay? Now, that's not bad, except I want the cradle. I want the cradle, but I can't depend on you maybe turning that loose enough for me to get you back back. Okay, no. Now, you hang on. I want your head in the ribs. Okay, do it again. Okay, here's what you're going to do. He doesn't have to turn us your arm when you get the cradle. You shuck him. There's, okay, now you go through your step across, go through your cradle. Travis, we'll see you do it. got front end lock, he grabs it on with 2 hands. Travis goes shucky, but he's, boom, he brings you right back to the trailer. Now, where do you want your head on your front end lock? In the side, right? In the side, not the top of his back, in the side. Okay, let's do it again. Travis started out with his head a little high. We want it to get high. You gotta turn his back into it. So he's got 2 hands on the arm. He wants to, Travis don't like this. He don't feel good there, but he's gonna make a whole out of it anyway. So since you guys can get it, go ahead and hang on to his elbow. You don't want to turn loose of that. Hang on to his elbow. And pull it toward you as far as you can. Okay? Now I'm going to pull it toward that elbow. Okay, now, you're going to shuck him. He's going to hang on. Now don't go down all the way. You go down, you'll get you. Now, as he shucks you, go ahead and shuck him. Now, he hangs on. Now bring him back the other way. Real hard. Now against the head.
He's got all his on.
Okay.
Travis got all his on.
Okay, do it again. Do it again. Run it up.
You
You grab his arm with 2 hands. There you go. Now, you get where you can shuck him. Get off, kind of don't be fit. There you go. Now you shuck him, but he hangs on. Now bring him right back the other way. There you go.
If he was in his step, he'd be a little further around. He's not far enough around to feel comfortable with the pushback. Yeah, his feet dragging on.
Other men do one time. Let's see if you can feel it.
If you're taking one of your steps, you'll be in a position to push him back on your knees. Jump out there with...
Yeah, take a step with your right left leg. Yeah, the throwing measure, you get there, so you got to bounce. See, when I'm here like this, you got to look on. I got a leg in this. Now, I throw you. I know I'm not going to throw you because I don't plan to. I'm only going to get you to hang on tight. Now I pop you back and look where my driver is. There's where my driver is. There you go. Now shuck him. But you're not trying to shuck him. You're only trying to get him tied up. Now drag him back. Boom! There he goes. There you go. You feel that, Travis? What you were doing in there again. You guys listen up now, because you're going to make the same mistake. Most of you won't do is what Travis didn't do. He didn't put his foot out there, so he had a power source. He didn't feel like he had anything he could do. One knee down, one knee out. The inside knee down, the outside knee up. There. Now, throw him when he hangs on. Bottom man, hang on. Okay, now throw him and he hangs on. Now bring him right back. Boom! Now, most of you want to drag the guy by you, and I want you to go for the cradle. I don't care what you score, but I'd like for you to try to pin the guy if you can. Okay? Somebody else. Meet your guys. Get your butts out of here. Two pretty good wrestlers. Good drill partners. These 2 guys are going to wrestle one day. They don't know the Detroit kick their skinny butts. That's the idea. Now, bottom man, you commit yourself. You're hanging on to his arm. Okay, top man, you throw him like you're going to throw him by. Boom, boom. There you go. Now, if you want to hang on to the head, you grab the heel, go over the heel, with your head aside, and put the trigger. You got me? This time, just keep on
Put
the
that
eye.
arm up by his head. The ankle will be there. The ankle will be there. And the head be right there.
See, you want your head more down in the ribs. See? Well, then, you're finished with your head above your back, and too much to get your cradle, is what I'm saying. Okay, here we go again. Okay, you shut your, hang on now, bottom man. You're hanging on 2 hands, see? That's you committed yourself. And he throws you, boom, he brings you by. Now that's a good throw by a shot, but I want you to try to cradle the guy. So I'm not going to tell you that you don't do that, but why not finish it? So he shucks him, he hangs on. Boom, bring you right back. Now, okay, except for your head being on top of his back, see? Then you turn into you a little bit. Something to add in, I'm not sure what.
Yeah. Right. Say, you're doing all these steps fine. You think you got everything going for you, and you're getting ready for your shuck, but this guy won't go out from under you at all. You can't get him to move. Just slip your hand right in there and catch him right in there like this. Pull him right in.
Yeah, reach the farm.
Yeah. That's when you got a guy that won't do anything. All these things fail, and he's still in there solid. Just reach in there and grab him. Now, your foot has to be out there, so you've got to be doing all your tricks right. You've got to be ready for, if he doesn't go this way, pushing that way, this leg has to be there, because you're ready to move. And if that doesn't work, now all you do is reach in and grab that leg and pull him right in front of you. Try that one too. Because all of these set up.
It's all part of it. It just makes it like a puzzle.
Yeah, don't give away your advantage.
But look, listen to me. Listen to me. He can have my elbow tied up tight. And there's no way in hell he's going to keep me from throwing him that way that far.
No, most of the time they won't.
They can't, and I don't think he can stop me from doing that. That's all I want. Why did I want that? Because he's going to hang on tight. Right? You hang on tight. If you feel like I'm doing this, you hang on tight. Now, look here.
And give them all. Make every trick instead of a fake, make it your move. Just follow in there on the line.
See what I'm talking about? And you know, we've done this so long that you can say for easy. I can't help it, you don't done it yet. But I understand, sometimes it just doesn't, it's not what you've been doing. But see, now these legs aren't high because it's there. I can't even help you guys. Boom! Now, open hand. Catch him right here, and at the same time you catch him, drag him by. That's where my head went. Grab my credit. Now, Ed said, you can't grab this, can't grab that, because they're going to finish behind you. Don't reach around.
Maybe just having kids grab a hold here like this, and then you just doing that motion.
Maybe it would, because I know this is just, he grabbed my hand now, and I shook it. He's going to hang on tight. Now, you're going to
Just doing that much.
He'll go down.
That much, that part of the move, the rest of it.
Now, why is this important? Why is this situation important? Because this is what 9 guys out of 10 are doing. This is what they're like. That's what I'm doing.
I do it all the time.
Hang on with 2 hands.
I'll grab.
That's one thing.
And the front headlock guy tries to back out, and he gets in trouble. Don't do that. I don't want you backing out. I want you to turn it into being offensive. When he hangs on, great. You hope he's squeezing your arm wide. But if he's that tight, it's committed. And the power comes from here. I'm here. Now, here's where my power comes. Question. Let's do it again. Here we go. Okay, now the bottom end is going to hang on tight. Top end is going to shuck him, but he's got to shuck him. There you go. Now, get him that far. There you go. Now, you could have changed that to a cradle, or you could have done this much. I'll buy what you just did. It's just I like your cradle, you understand?
He wants you to pin down that.
Breaking down and coming.
I'm saying, try to get it out. What you did there, fellas, what you did, let's do it again. What you did there is great. No problem. I'm not criticizing that. That's beautiful. But he got 2 points. And I'd like to get 2 plus whatever else I can add to it. Maybe I'm greedy. But that's the idea, Russ. I want you to keep thinking about pinning the guy. You understand? Now, this time, let's think about pinning him. We're doing the same thing, except we're going to cradle him this time. Okay?
You think he's throwing him too hard?
No, he's just not. He's just not putting his head in the right place and he's going down. His head above.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
Head
The
should
only
always,
thing you did then, and I want to say it all, is you grabbed the
head
knee.
should be down by the
And
armpit.
you're probably thinking, well, you old bastard, I can't do this, go back like you want to do. And I don't play this way. You can grab the heel, you're safe. You got me? Now that was good. Now do it again. But you got to pay attention, because this is what I want you to do. Why? Because it's exactly what's going to happen to you. Shucks it. Boom! There you go.
Good.
Now, before you take him over, hook his bottom leg. Listen to me. If you're going to take a guy over in a cradle, never do it without hooking the bottom leg. If you can't hook the bottom leg, It don't take him nowhere at all, lay out on his face. You understand what I'm saying? If I have a cradle, if I have a cradle like here, and I get my hands locked, and I don't have the bottom leg, don't ever try to roll over here. You lose them. If you don't have a leg hook, just lay right on his face. Just squish. If you want to roll over him, make sure you step over that bottom leg hook it first. Now, roll over, roll up. I see a lot of high school kids roll off of a guy without looking at the leg, because they rush him.
And they're widowed too.
Right.
They're beating the tar out of them.
Now, what you just did is great. And what you do with your shot, really go on it, great. But my point again is, if you don't pin him, you're still going to get your tooth. Plus, if you try to pin him, you're going to scare the hell out of him. What you do, you change his whole weapon. And believe me, it happens. How many of you ever tried to get a guy brought off the bat trying to pin him? Yeah. What did it do to your mind? Scared you a little bit, didn't it? And so what happened? You start thinking, I actually didn't pin me. You didn't say, I'm going to beat this son like that. You can't let him pin you. There's a difference in the thinking. You hear me? And buddy, there's where it's at. No. What you do right here with this part of your body is where it's at. There it is. Wrestling to me is nothing but a street fight with rules. That's all. It's a street fight with rules. And the guy's got the head in it and heart in it, it's going to do it. That's good. That's what you got to get. Now, I know you guys don't watch it and think, oh, it's not hard until you get it down. See, he's hanging on for dear life. He's hanging on that arm because he knows if he can hang on that arm, he can beat you. So the other man shucks him, boom, brings him up, and there it is. Now, if he brings him back so far when he turns his body towards him, I probably wouldn't grab him. But if you will practice this, you can bring him back just where you want him to go to do your grip. You got me? Put the head right down there on the side. There we go again. He shucks him. There you go. There you go. That was perfect. Question. Justin, you done it. This is a heavyweight over. It can be a heavyweight over. Because the heavyweights commit themselves more with their weight, and then you got them out of balance. Okay. Now, hold just a second. Put one knee down. Now, you got to put out there to the side more. There you go. Now, here's what I'm saying. Your knee's here. Just look, that gives you the part. What's put out here? That gives you the power to know the direction you get. There. Now, shuck it. Boom, bring it back. Now, this time, let's trade. Let's don't just be satisfied with two.
Try to go over like a football.
There you go. There you go. Now don't roll over with that hooker. There you go. Got it?
No, you really don't have to roll over at all, because you get him in a near fall, they're not going to call you for a stalemate. You just get him in there and let him cut washers off himself, as my Oklahoma coach used to say. Cut washers off. Piece at a time.
You got to see where.
You get him over there and he'll start sweating to death. And he'll pretty soon, like pulling the fishing worm out of the hole. When you catch night crawlers at night, he's going to start to get tired. But you lay over, he's going to kick like a banshee and kick and squirm in your neck. And if he comes loose, he's on your chest.
You guys, I think you have one of the greatest people that ever lived. Will Robertson, I've never known a man alive that have any more respect for him. This guy taught you more than the rest of you. He taught you life. He made you. He had all kinds of funny little things. I taught him good about that. And I go see him every time I can. And he's just one of those people that made it a double mark in your life and never leave. And I think, in fact, I'll tell you guys something. And really believe this. Wrestling people are close. Do you know that the fourth grade of my wrestling coaches is probably the highest there is? You know why? They're so dedicated. They love the sport, and you love the people in it, and the wives can't handle it. I mean, I'm not that wife, but you guys all know this is a fact, and we're so close to the sport, get so involved with kids, that we should look at them more than just a kid. We're looking at them, we're trying to help them get out of trouble and bad times, and enjoy his good times. We get so close to kids that can't separate. Wrestling coaches don't ever quit. They're coaching at home and at school, and if you don't marry somebody that likes wrestling, then you've got problems. You guys